popcorn and candy.
Welcome back, Popcorn and Candy fans, to the next episode and also the first episode review of the new Netflix show Squid Game. When it comes to trailers, this one immediately caught my eye, and after watching the first episode, I thought I'd go a little off my usual movie reviews to do an episode by episode review on this to go over it, give some of my thoughts, and give you, the viewers, a chance to see if this show is worth your time. Be prepared, there's going to be spoilers throughout this video. Our first episode is called Red Light, Green Light. Now this is going to sound familiar because many of us as kids played this game. It's also the game that is shown in the trailer and immediately sets the premise for what this show is about. Hundreds of cash-strapped citizens are brought into a game where if they win all 6, they are granted a cash prize. But at what cost? Meet our main character, Ji-hoon. Now, for me, I don't want to call him our protagonist because the beginning of this show very clearly sets up that he's not a good guy. He's a compulsive gambler. He is essentially a thief since he does steal from his own mother. And he's someone that you want to sympathize with because you can tell he's the main character, but you can't bring yourself to because of all the terrible things that he's doing, and it helps build the story immediately. I will say I was a little bit thrown off with the very beginning of this episode as it goes into an explanation as to a game he played when he was a kid called Squid Game. Now, I'm curious if this is going to have a return in terms of story later on in the show, but as of the first episode, that hasn't happened yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Our main character is introduced as a father, a terrible son, and as somebody who overall has no discernible skills. Works as a chauffeur doing the bare minimum, and as you can quickly see, his goal is to do whatever he can to make his life easy and to live in the moment. So I found it really hard, like I already said, to sympathize or feel bad for this guy. But at the same time, you don't want to be rooting for somebody's demise. But this show definitely makes it hard to feel anything but kind of annoyance or contempt for him. So what makes this guy special? Well, he is the last entrant in this game of 456 contestants that are being entered to win basically an enormous amount of money to help cure their financial issues. And what's neat is that every single person that's brought in has been through similar to our main character, and their final moments before being part of the game all have the same start. So, after all these contestants are brought to this facility to play this game, they all wake up and they really have no idea what's going on. They understand that there was a chance to enter to win something, but they don't really know all the details. And even in the first episode, at the end of it, it is kept quiet from them as to how much money they're winning. So it really does give you as the audience the kind of same viewpoint as the characters, that we're not 100% sure of everything going on, but you are drawn in because obviously you want to see where the payoff is from the trailer as to how these games will play out. The first game played is Red Light, Green Light. What seems like a simple game, yet the players quickly find out that losing doesn't just mean you're out of the game, but you're literally taken out. Once this happens, the chaos is insane. I will give kudos to every single actor that managed to stand still during that stampede. And had this happened in real life, I'm pretty sure I would have been one of the ones running because that was nuts. It was very intense. It was very, not to say unexpected, since you saw it, at least part of it in the trailer, but it definitely left you uneasy and wondering just how these people are going to manage to make it through these 6 games. So the episode ends with the conclusion of the first game, and quite a large number of the initial players having lost. So, who's remaining? Aside from our main character, a few people. And you definitely left with the question as to what will be the end result. What's going to happen with them? One thing that did surprise me, it was initially a small detail, but it was something that I didn't expect, was our main character tripped and almost fell right as red light was called. Yet one of the other game players actually caught him and held him up at great risk to his own self. And it'd be really nice to see how this person's story develops. His name isn't mentioned yet in the show, so hopefully by the next episode we at least get the guy's name. But it is interesting to see that not all these players are ruthless or heartless, that maybe there are one or two people whose lives have just taken a sad, unfortunate turn and are just needing a second chance. As of right now, I don't feel the main character is someone deserving of redemption, but perhaps over the rest of the series, he may demonstrate the qualities that show that he actually is somebody worth saving. So that's going to be it for this first episode review. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've seen it and you saw this and just wanted to see my thoughts, or if this made you want to watch it. And stay tuned. I'm hoping to try to do at least one of these a day and bang out the series in a few days since it's only 9 episodes. And would really love just to hear what my followers, subscribers think of this. I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing when it comes to TV shows, but especially with a new show, I really wanted to just voice my opinions and talk a little bit about this. So with that, it's going to be the end of this episode. I thank you guys so much for clicking, following, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for all the reviews on this show.